Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. In today's video, I'm going to give you a downloaded message from Clonic, the Demon of Wealth. Yes, I don't know if you've watched any of my previous videos, but Clonic, the Demon of Wealth, is petitioning the angelic realm. He's petitioning God for ascension. You know how we talk about angels who are fallen? Well, he is a demon who wants to share information about money and wealth with humans in exchange for redemption, in exchange for an opportunity to be seen as a being of light, even though he is a demon. Now, for each one of these videos, I have been introducing a version of Clonic. In today's video, I have another version. I'm going to show you him first, and then I'm going to give you the message. So this is Clonic, the Demon of Wealth. Let me get his little earrings straight. So I'm going to give him his nice little shot in the camera. I don't know if you can see in his eyes. He is a very serious being. And of course, you guys, you know my favorite is always the horns and the decoration on his head. And you'll see he has all of them actually come with. He has like a little, what do you call this? Like a little treasure chest with money. Here, that is his stand. And let me just kind of move it here so I can move him around. And you can see his fabulous, his fabulous nails and his toenails. And he has the money print fabric, which I really like. And let me turn him around to give you another view. As you can see, like the rest of them, he has a tail, and he has with the little spikes on the end. And he is just, oh my God, he is beautiful. He is just, I don't want to get lipstick on him. I do sell them in my Etsy shop. So let me get him in focus. Oh, let me get you in focus, darling. So anyway, so this is Clonic. This is another version of Clonic. Oh my God, lipstick on you. Okay, and I'm going to give you the downloaded message I have from him. If you have been asking the question, or you've been saying, I just want to be rich, I just want money, I just want money, I just want money, money, I want to be wealthy, bring me my cash, that's all I care about. And so Clonic has an answer for you. Now, I wrote this information down because this download was so powerful. It was so overwhelming. There was so much information. Like, child, I went old school. I went yellow pad because it was just like flowing. So when people are asking, where's my $1 million? Where's my cash? I just want to be rich. I just want my money. Clonic, the Demon of Wealth, says, first of all, money does not add value to you. You're already rich. You know, from previous videos, you were born rich. Now, so he said, money does not make you more valuable. You come to the planet with gifts and talents and abilities and skills that you need to hone and shape to share with the world. So you have the goods. Money, if somebody gave you $1 trillion, he's saying that is not going to make you a more valuable person than a person who saved 1 million lives, than a person who has a gift or a talent that progresses human society forward. So he wants people to really change the way they view money. And I'm going to go through these notes in the minutia of detail because I don't want to leave any of this out. So if you're looking for money, you're looking for what you can take from the world instead of what you can give, fix, update, create, improve, enhance, modify, evolve, move forward, make a better place, make people happy. He says when people have the mindset of, I just want to make money, I just want to be rich, he says these people are very dangerous because these are the people who create a lot of the, social. Well, when we think about some of the things that happen to animals, when we think about things that happen to children or happen to people, he said the darkest and most evil things that happen to human society come from people who just want to make money. Because he said if you just want to make money, you are not, you're looking at what you can usurp, take, steal, destroy, as opposed to what you can give. Clonic, the demon of wealth, says money is a result, a consequence of hard work, dedication, and commitment to learning a skill or a talent, to acquiring knowledge that you're sharing. He says money is the result of shaping, honing, perfecting your innate gifts, talents, and abilities to share with the world. So if you are saying, where's my money, where's my money, where's my $1 million, where's my cash, I just want to be rich, he says that you are not utilizing the gifts and talents or shaping or improving or making the world a better place, modifying, updating, progressing, helping anyone. You are a dangerous person who really are more likely to hurt people, okay? So Clonic, the demon of wealth, says stop looking for money and start looking for purpose. What gifts, talents, and abilities would you like to develop to share with the world? That is where your mindset should be. What can I do to enhance somebody else's life? What can I do to improve the world? What can I do to make the world a better place? To alleviate a problem, to fix a problem, to make life easier for someone else. He said that is the mindset that people need to have, not just give me money, because we're going to get into it. So this is how it all started. And I'm just like, okay, this is cute, but it gets deeper than this. He says you should think about things in terms of where do you fit into the world, and what problems did you come to the world to solve? What gifts and talents do you uniquely have where you can make a contribution to society? What you have now? What could you do now? What could you do now to change the world? What could you do right now to change somebody else's life? What could you do right now to help somebody? He says that pursuing money instead of happiness keep you in a deficit of joy instead of living a rich and meaningful life. Let me just repeat that. Clonic, the demon of wealth, says that pursuing money instead of happiness keeps you in a deficit of joy, of living a rich and meaningful life. I had to write everything down because it was coming so quickly. If money no longer existed, if you don't need, if you didn't need money, if money no longer existed, if you didn't need money to travel, to buy things, if you could do anything, go anywhere, have anything without needing money, then how would you spend your time? He said this is the mindset that people need to have. What if you didn't need money to have a nice car or to travel, or what if everything in the world becomes free? Who are you? What would you do with your time? How would you contribute to the world? Because guess what? Clonic, the demon of wealth. Okay, I cannot take credit for this one. I don't know when, guys. I don't even know if it's true. Clonic, the demon of wealth, okay, says that when humans, in the beginning of human society, money did not always exist. And he said, and because money did not always exist, it is not going to always exist. And that human society is actually evolving to a point where money is going to be obsolete. It's going to be a thing of the past, and it's not going to be needed. Well, I want to go through the notes. I'm just so excited. I couldn't wait to get that out. He said, so if you start thinking in terms of, I have everything I need. I have food, I have clothes, I can go anywhere I want to go. Everything is given to me. Now, what am I doing? What am I contributing? Who am I? He said, if people do not start thinking this way, they're going to find themselves in a very, lost, psychologically lost, very dark places. So this is why he wants to come forward to help humans put money into its proper perspective. He says, so if you can grasp the idea, this is where the world is headed. We're getting to a point, according to Clonic, the demon of wealth, where money would no longer exist. And he says, soon money would not exist because there is a surplus of technology, of goods and services. And humans have created a world that will bring them back to the essence of their humanity. Oh my God, I just thought that, guys, I thought this was so deep. At first I thought, okay, in the beginning of this downloaded message from Clonic, the demon of wealth, I thought, oh my God, he just looked fierce to me. Some of them look super nice, but he looks this version of Clonic, he looks very serious to me. But anyway, he is saying that in the beginning, humans did not have money. People built homes. People, they created things that they needed, and they shared these things with other humans. Money, he said, money was important because they needed to exchange money for labor to build the infrastructure of the planet, like for roads and boats, electricity, the Industrial Revolution, transportation. He said, so they needed to create a currency that would motivate people to contribute to the development of the infrastructure of the planet. But once that infrastructure was built, he said money is going to be a currency that is going to be faded out, and it is already beginning to become a thing of the past, and people may not see it. He says, and another thing, see, guys, you have to forgive me, I wrote notes, so it's a little all over the place. But he said the other reason why it's so important for people to stop thinking, I just want to be rich, I just want money, just give me cash, where's my money? He said, because the people who changed the world the most did not have money. The people who improved human society the most did not have money. The people who made the biggest difference in the lives of other people did not have money, because they were already rich. They were sharing their gifts, their talents, and their skills to help the evolution of human society. He says, when you share your innate gift from God, Source, all that is, divine spirit, whatever term, makes you feel comfortable, divine mother, people will give you everything you want and need in return. So ask yourself, what talents can I improve upon? Who needs my help to have a more joyful life? Who can I make laugh? Who can I make smile? What difference can I make in the lives of the people around me? And so he said money did not always exist in human society. I've already said that. He said, and it would not continue to exist. The purpose of the illusion of money was to create technology and to evolve humans to become more self-sufficient and develop the infrastructure to handle the daily needs for, such as food and clothes and transportation and so forth. And he said, even like when we talk about the national debt, he said, we're really talking about, he said, it's really just an illusion. He said, because people came to the planet already rich to invest in it's almost like updating the Earth School so that humans can continue to learn new lessons. I don't know if you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I don't want to, get out, make the video too long talking about that. But basically, he says that, there are 5 levels, and that in order for a person to reach their full potential, they must address the needs of each level. And the first level is the biological needs, like having food and shelter and a place to stay. And I think the next level is safety, and then maybe it's love, and then we move to ego. Anyway, the first level, it kind of reminds me of the root chakra, and Clonic is saying that creating an infrastructure so that people are able to travel, so that people are able to grow food for masses, for people to be able to create clothes. He said we needed money to create these endeavors, right? But he said now we have the technology. Wait, let me get to this, because I get really excited when I want to stay with the notes a little bit. Money didn't always exist. The illusion of money. He said technology. Okay, yes. He said money would no longer exist because everything is easy to reproduce. Now machines to make clothes. They don't need humans to work in sweatshops anymore to make clothes. He says machines are doing most of the work. The artificial intelligence now is taking most of the jobs. If you look now, you will see that there are so many jobs that humans used to do for money. Now they have artificial intelligence taking over those jobs. And he said that Clonic, the demon of wealth, hey, I'm just looking so cute, said that anything that can be duplicated with technology does not need a human to do it. So he said, but humans have new tasks in terms of the evolution of the human species. And the new task or the new goals or the new focus for human development is going to be like moving to the heart chakra, or in terms of, or I think on the Maslow's hierarchy, it's really where you share your true passions. Like if you want to paint, if you want to draw, if you want to write songs. He says that the technology that we have today, if your song is not out, it won't be because you didn't get a record deal. It's going to be because you were too lazy to write the song and upload it to your social media. He says the world is moving away from the middleman. You won't be able to blame the world if you don't have an education. He said because all of the information is going to be available in social media. As a matter of fact, he was saying that all education is going to be around the world is going to be free, because the information, the availability of the information is free. In the beginning, education was costly because it cost a lot of money to even produce a book. Then before the printing press, people would handwrite these books, and then even with the printing press, he said, but technology, once it becomes easy for anything, any task or any product to become easily reproduced, it no longer needs human labor or human intelligence. But what cannot be reproduced, he says, is entertaining humans, helping humans have better relationships with other people. He said that is the next phase of the evolution of human beings, is teaching humans how to love each other, how to express their talents, their gifts, to do the things that they really are passionate about and things that they really love. And he said money is not going to, and so even though there will be some type of way for people to, of course, to survive, but Clonic is saying that the way we think of money and the way we think, oh my God, I just need a lot of money. He said a lot of things that we think, oh, if I just had $1 million, I would be able to do A, B, C, D, and E. He said a lot of those things are going to be free. Travel is going to be free because every human is going to be provided for. He talks about just how technology has advanced to the degree where even on airplanes, the pilots are just sitting there. There was a time when a pilot really had to fly an airplane, but now, artificial intelligence. Even with schools, online schools, there was a time when kids were in the classroom. That is going to move forward in the future as well. So anything, any lectures, any information that can be duplicated, it would no longer be a human would no longer be required to do it. But entertainment, making people laugh, counseling, social work, anything that helps humans open up their heart space and express their gifts and talents, those are going to be the areas that cannot be duplicated by artificial intelligence, even though they're working on it. But humans couldn't focus on, I love to paint and draw, when they were trying to figure out where they were going to eat. And another thing that was downloaded to me was, a lot of people are wondering about what is going to happen to all of the buildings that have been created now that a lot of people are working from home. What came to me is that these buildings are going to be used for humans. A lot of people are going to have homes. There's going to be provided for them by the earth planet itself, by the beings who have agreed to participate in the development of humans. And they're going to be, people are going to have homes so they can stop creating new buildings and taking up space from other species. So a lot of the animals who are being, how humans are just building all of these new buildings, and the animals are really running out of space, which they really aren't, but basically there will be more space for different species to share the planet. And because it is easy to reproduce buildings, to make cars, to make clothes, to do all of these things, everyone on the planet is going to be, their basic needs are going to be met, but the challenge is going to be for humans to figure out how to share their gifts and talents, to figure out, how do I think of some of the things that was coming to me. It's like, people have always had these dreams about, being singing or dancing. Humans will move to the stage of living from their heart space and sharing their true gifts and talents with others. Oh, and another thing that he was also talking about is, even with the pilots, he said drive-through fast food restaurants is already happening. Do not have workers. Machines are performing sophisticated surgeries, heart surgeries, brain surgeries. Cars are driving themselves. Money, he said money is an exchange. Money is an exchange for human labor. Money was created to be exchanged for human labor. And this in the process of building the infrastructure, when there was not a surplus of food, when people was trying to figure out how to make clothes, and when people needed that. But he said that now money is no longer going to be needed because the evolution of medicine and technology is alleviating the need for money. Humans are attracting the currency, the energy of prosperity. The humans, he said, who will be attracting the currency and the energy of prosperity are humans who are using their creative talents, skills, abilities, and sharing them freely with others via social media, or he said, we call it social media for a reason, and even that is going to become more fine-tuned. But humans are being asked, I'm sorry, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, to evolve to the next level. There are going to be very few people doing jobs they hate. going to work thinking, oh, I just got to work for the man. He says that's going to be a thing in the past. The people who are going to be the lost are the people who are still thinking, I just want money. And then they're going to realize, oh my God, I don't need money because I have food, I have clothes, I can travel everywhere for free. And there's going to be a lot of sadness and a lot of, I want to use the D word, people are going to be feeling very unhappy because they have lived with the false belief that having cash, having money was going to make them happy. And once they no longer need money to just do basic things, like just their basic needs, a lot of people will lack the discipline to really tap into their gifts and talents. And the people who will, maybe have a little bit more prosperity, because he said there will be when I say prosperity, he's saying that of course there's going to be some form of currency, but nothing like what the world is living with now. But what's going to happen is that people aren't really the currency is going to be the attention from other people. So if people are just like, you love to dance and you are teaching other people how to dance and you decide to put on a show, and then a lot of people can come to your show for free. And you're going to feel really good just having a packed audience of people coming to your show and clapping and being happy, because he's saying that is the currency that is really is already moving society. When people push that like button, or when people pay attention to other people's channels or whatever, it's like the currency is going to be the attention of people who appreciate the gifts, the talents, the skills, and knowledge that we are sharing with each other. He says that man-made items will be the next best-selling items. Anything made by, so first it's going to be, like entertainment, people who are funny, people who share knowledge, people who share information, making people laugh, sharing their gift, the kind of what's happening right now, where people are kind of ignoring it. He said that is, that's what humans came to the planet to do, was to share the riches inside of them. But in the past, they couldn't do it because, how am I going to eat? Or how are we going to have heat? Or how are we going to have, we were building the infrastructure. He said, but the next thing that is going to be very popular, that people will want to, whatever currency is available, which won't be the money the way we think of it today, he says, is anything that is handmade, because human energy is still the most precious commodity on the planet Earth. He says, so if you're making something that cannot be duplicated by artificial intelligence, that will have value. So those will be the things that people will value again on planet Earth. So machines, artificial intelligence can reproduce anything that has been created, but making people laugh, think, showing them how to have better lives, better relationships with each other, richer relationships. This is the next evolution of human behavior. Artificial intelligence is unable to create new ideas, write books, inspire others. This is why the people who are going to survive in the future will be people who are enjoying life by sharing their gifts and talents. Former education institutions will be free around the world. I think I said that before, but I'm just going through my list. And because anything that can be duplicated by artificial intelligence will lose monetary value. So Clonic the Demon of Wealth said this is why it's so important for humans to focus on sharing their passions, discovering their passions, discovering what you're good at, honing that talent, tap into your gifts. He said with the world, humans' ability to what's this? Oh, empathy. Empathy is the next stage. Also showing empathy and compassion for others. Showing empathy and compassion, entertaining each other, making each other laugh, showing each other how to have healthier relationships, anything where you're actually helping another human, you know, deal with emotions and skills and talents in terms of their gifts. Because remember, what he's saying is that discovering what is rich inside of you and sharing it with the world, and making people happy to be able to see that or experience your gifts and talents, that is where that's going to be the real currency of the future. And that there are so many things now that people say, oh, I can't wait to be rich so I can travel the world. He said that's going to be free, because in the future, with the way the world is moving and the resources that are available, a lot of things that we could not wait to obtain money for, we won't need money for. And if we don't know, if we're not tapped into our gifts and talents and loving our families, cooking our food, like really enjoying our time on the planet, it's going to, I think the big area is going to be discovering what makes you happy and making other people happy. That is where the future is headed in terms of wealth. Well, anyway, guys, this is so interesting to me. So if you are wondering where your money is, darling, if you have been saying to yourself, oh my God, where is my cash? I just want to be rich. Clonic is saying, yeah, your cash, you have the mindset of taking from the world. This is where, you know, a lot of the social ills have come from. The things that have hurt millions of people have come from people with that mindset. And he says that you should be thinking in terms of, what can I give to the world? What can I fix? What can I update? What can I improve? What can I enhance? What can I write? Who can I help? Who can I inspire? What stories can I tell? That is the mindset that you should have now, because even that mindset is going to bring you that money that you think you need to be happy. I really hope this video helps someone. Thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to seeing you, darlings, in the next video.